When most people think of Germany, they picture fast cars, castles, Oktoberfest, and precision engineering. But Germany is also home to over 20,000 castles, more than 3,000 types of bread, and even the world's oldest brewery. Did you know Fanta was invented there? Or that Berlin actually has more bridges than Venice? Here are 10 facts you probably didn't know about Germany. Bread isn't just food in Germany, it's part of the country's identity. Germany is home to more than 3,000 officially recognized varieties of bread, along with thousands of different bread rolls and regional specialties. From dark rye bread and sourdough loaves to pretzels and seeded rolls, nearly every region has its own traditional recipes that have been passed down for generations. German bakeries are famous for opening early in the morning, filling the streets with the smell of freshly baked bread. The country's bread culture is so unique that UNESCO has officially recognized it as part of Germany's intangible cultural heritage. For many Germans, a meal simply isn't complete without bread on the table. Germany's love for beer is legendary. But in Bavaria, beer has traditionally been considered much more than just a drink. One reason is the famous Reinheitsgebot, or beer purity law, introduced in 1516. It is one of the oldest food regulations still known today. The law originally stated that beer could only be brewed using water, barley, and hops. Yeast wasn't included, simply because its role in fermentation hadn't yet been discovered. The goal was to guarantee quality and prevent brewers from adding unsafe or unnecessary ingredients. Although modern brewing laws have evolved, the Reinheitsgebot remains a source of pride for many German breweries. Today, Germany produces thousands of different beers, and beer festivals are celebrated throughout the country, not just during Oktoberfest. Germany's Autobahn is famous around the world. And yes, on many sections, there really is no official speed limit. Around 2/3 of the Autobahn network allows drivers to travel as fast as conditions safely permit. However, that doesn't mean it's a free-for-all. A recommended speed of 130 kilometers per hour, or about 80 miles per hour, is in place. Speed limits are still enforced in construction zones, cities, tunnels, areas with heavy traffic, and during bad weather. German drivers are also required to complete rigorous driving tests before earning their licenses, which helps explain why the Autobahn has maintained a strong reputation for safety despite its high speeds. If you've ever dreamed of visiting a real-life fairy tale, Germany is the place to go. The country is home to more than 20,000 castles, palaces, and fortress ruins, many of which date back hundreds of years. Some sit dramatically on mountaintops. Others overlook rivers or hide deep within forests. Perhaps the most famous is Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria. Built by King Ludwig II in the 19th century, its towers and romantic architecture became the inspiration for Disney's famous Sleeping Beauty Castle. Every year, millions of visitors travel from around the world to experience Germany's incredible castles. When you think of bridges, Venice probably comes to mind first, but surprisingly, Berlin has even more. The German capital is crossed by the River Spree and an extensive network of canals and waterways. As a result, the city has more than 1,700 bridges, compared with Venice's roughly 400. Some are elegant stone bridges dating back centuries, others are modern architectural landmarks. Most visitors never realize they're exploring one of Europe's greatest bridge cities. Fanta is now sold in nearly every country on Earth, but it was actually invented by accident. During World War II, Coca-Cola's German factories could no longer import the syrup needed to produce Coca-Cola because of trade restrictions. Rather than shutting down production, the company's German team experimented with whatever ingredients were available. The result was a completely new soft drink made from leftover fruit fibers, apple pomace, and whey. They called it Fanta, a name inspired by the German word fantasy, meaning imagination. After the war, the drink became so popular that Coca-Cola introduced it around the world. Germany may be famous for its cities and industry, but it's also one of Europe's greenest countries. Roughly 1/3 of Germany's land is covered by forest. The most famous is the Black Forest, located in the southwest. With its dense pine trees, misty mountains, charming villages, and ancient trails, it's easy to see why so many legends originated there. The region is closely associated with the fairy tales collected by the Brothers Grimm, including stories like Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. The Black Forest also gave its name to the world-famous Black Forest cake, although locals simply call it Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. Millions of people have eaten gummy bears, but very few know where they came from. In 1922, German confectioner Hans Riegel created the first gummy bear in the city of Bonn. His company became known as Haribo, a name formed from Hans Riegel Bonn. The original gummy bears were inspired by performing bears that entertain crowds at European festivals. Today, Haribo sells gummy candies in over 100 countries, producing millions of gummy bears every single day. It's one of Germany's sweetest inventions. Imagine going shopping on a Sunday, only to find almost every store closed. That's completely normal in Germany. The tradition is called Sonntagsruhe, meaning Sunday rest. By law, most supermarkets, shopping centers, and retail stores remain closed on Sundays. The idea is to give workers time to relax, spend time with family, and enjoy a quieter day. Restaurants, museums, tourist attractions, and some businesses remain open. But for many Germans, Sunday is intentionally slower than the rest of the week. For visitors, it's worth planning ahead, especially if you need groceries. Germany's brewing tradition stretches back nearly 1,000 years. The Weihenstephan Brewery, located in Bavaria near Munich, traces its official brewing license back to 1040 AD. That makes it the oldest continuously operating brewery in the world. For almost 1,000 years, the brewery has survived wars, political changes, economic crises, and technological revolutions. Today, it still produces beer using centuries of brewing knowledge, while also serving as a leading center for brewing science and education. Few businesses anywhere in the world can claim a history this long. One of the world's most beloved Christmas traditions also began in Germany. Decorating evergreen trees during Christmas became popular there centuries ago, before spreading across Europe and eventually around the globe. German families traditionally decorated trees with candles, apples, nuts, and handmade ornaments long before electric lights existed. Today, millions of homes around the world continue a tradition that started in Germany hundreds of years ago. Germany is much more than fast cars and engineering. From fairy tale castles and ancient forests to gummy bears and the world's oldest brewery, it's a country filled with incredible history and fascinating traditions. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed discovering these amazing facts about Germany, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me next time as we explore another fascinating country.